Yo, what's up, what's up, what's up? We're live. This is YouTube. And I haven't really done a live video, I don't think ever, or for absolutely ages on YouTube. Can anyone actually hear me? Is this live? Is this happening? I'm not sure if this is on. I don't want to speak for ages if this is not on. Is this on? Is this on? Are we good? Are we good? Are we good? Charlie B says hello. That means that people can hear me. Richard says it's on, dude. Matt Ellison, good to have you. Good to have you. Lewis Edwards, great. This is live. I just thought, you know what, I fancy doing a live today rather than pre-uploading a video. Every single day I'm doing videos. What's up? How's it going? Okay, I'm gonna give you some crazy information on this call. Are rich people jerks? Are rich people jerks? I've done a study on rich people. I've also done a study on poor people, and I'm gonna be telling you what my conclusion is on rich people and poor people and how they think. They think very, very differently. So I'm going to share on this call. I can see what you're all saying though. I can see your comments popping up. Hussein, he says, where are you? I'm at home in Beaconsfield, just north of London. Is this live or pre-recorded? No, this is live, Tyrone. We're live right now. So I did a study on rich people and poor people. Would you class yourself as a rich person? Yes, I would class myself as very, very rich, says G-Biz. In fact, for me to not say I'm rich would be an insult. To most people, because it would be like false humility to be like, no, I'm not rich. It would just be false humility. I'm very rich. I make millions of pounds, so I'm rich. However, my study on rich people versus poor people, by the way, are rich people jerks? My answer is no. They are not jerks. They can be jerks, so can poor people. There's no correlation between how nice you are as a person and how much money you have. You can have a lot of money and you can be an absolute jerk, and you can have no money and you can be an absolute jerk, and you can, likewise, you can have a lot of money and be really nice. Are you rich through big debt, says Jack Horry. Yeah, I am rich through debt. Debt has made me rich, for sure. Good debt, of course. So yeah, I am. Really want to go on your course. COVID has messed it up. Bang, bang, bang. I know COVID is crazy. We have put a lot of our training online. So, all right, what's my study on rich people versus poor people? So, 10 things I want to go through real quick on this live call. Stick around till the end because it's going to be really good. Okay, I was trying to think of a better reason why you should stick around till the end. Maybe I could give you away something for free. Could I give you something for free? Maybe I will. Maybe I'll give you something for free. I'm richer than you on Roblox. I've never heard of Roblox, so yes, you are. Why are you asking investors in the Castle project? Why not use your own money? Most of my property deals, I use other people's money. If I use my own money for every project that I did, I mean, and it also goes against everything I teach. I teach to use other people's money, use the bank's money, use investors' money. That's my whole strategy. That's my whole property investment strategy. That's what I've always done, and that's what I'll continue to always do. So I don't think there's anything really strange, especially when it's such a big project that needs a few million pounds just on the renovation. It's kind of expected, I would have thought. All right, so 10 things. Number 1, poor people. And when I say poor people, by the way, I'm not just talking financially. You can be rich but not have loads of money, because you can be rich because you can live a fulfilled life and you can achieve what you wanted to achieve. I'm more talking successful people. Successful people value their time, and they value other people's time as well. Whereas poor people and unsuccessful people do not value their time. People will waste their time if they don't care. Someone will be half an hour late and they'll go, oh, no problem, it's fine. You're half an hour late for me, it's not fine. We got a big problem. In fact, if you're half an hour late for me, I'm not going to be there. I'm going to be gone because I value my time. You won't see me ever washing my own car. Never washing my own car, because why would I wash my car when I can pay someone £10 an hour to do it for me, when my time is more valuable than £10 an hour? You won't ever see me cutting my grass, cutting my front lawn or my back lawn. You won't see me doing these things because I value my time. Poor people don't value their time. Poor people are just like, oh, you know, it's fine, I'll do it. Oh, it doesn't matter that you're late. It's all good. It's not all good. Next, number 2. Oh, and by the way, as well, really important, is that I used to be poor. Growing up, I was poor. And these 10 things I'm going to share with you, a lot of the poor-minded stuff I would have done. And it was only when I actually... All depends who is washing your car, says Roy. I value my car. That's why I wash my car. Wrong. So what you're saying is no one can wash your car properly. Only you. That's a poor mentality. Because when you start growing a business and you need to start employing people, getting staff, if you ever want to be successful and have a big business and make lots of money, you need to start letting go. I understand what you're saying. You love your car. I get it. That's fine. But you need to start letting go. And you got to remember there's 7 billion people on the planet. To say that no one can wash your car apart from you is kind of arrogant. Of course someone can wash your car. However, you know, maybe just get someone good. I understand your point, but you want to be wealthy, you want to grow and scale, you have to change. So it was only about 10, 12 years ago when I was thinking, you know what, I want to be rich. So I started studying rich people. I started studying how they think. And when I started studying how rich people think, I realized that actually if I think like them, then maybe I'll be wealthy. And I believe that what you think about and how you think, you can choose what you think. You can choose what you choose to think. It's a choice. And that will then lead to how you act, which will then lead to your results. So you can choose to think like a poor person, or you can choose to think like a wealthy person. So that's kind of why I'm doing this video, to give you guys the knowledge around how to choose to think. All right, next, number 2. Poor people bash rich people. You know, it's just like, it's so, I can predict, I feel like I'm getting shouted at, but in a good way, says Fire. Yeah, I mean, it's definitely well intended on my end. So I can tell, you know, when I'm looking at YouTube comments and people are saying, you're a fraud. I know that the person who said that is very, very poor financially. They have no money. Okay, Rue now is arguing with me again. Washing my car is one of my hobbies. Don't you have a hobby? I do have a hobby. However, it is not cleaning and washing up. But fair enough. Listen, if you love washing your car, you know, I'm not saying if you wash your car, you're broke. I'm just saying, generally speaking, wealthy people don't do that kind of thing, okay? Yeah, when I see people commenting badly on my videos or bashing rich people in general, when I see people saying things about Jeff Bezos, oh, isn't he a jerk? He's making all this money in the pandemic. I'm thinking, no, he's not a jerk. He's just making good money. Richard says, I'm hugely keen to find an investor. I'm planning Gloucester. All right, cool. Well, if anyone's looking for deals, message Richard. So yeah, rich people respect other rich people. Rich people respect other rich people. Poor people will bash other rich people. They'll try and find an excuse as to why they're succeeding. You know, oh, Jeff Bezos, he's screwing people over. No, he's actually, as Gerard just said, he's actually providing a really good service to people. And because he's adding so much value to people, that's why he's rich. Be under no illusion. Rich people get rich by helping people because they give people a product or a service that people want. And if people didn't want it, then people wouldn't buy it. So they've got something, they've created something that billions of people or millions of people want, and then they create it and give it to them, and that's how they've become rich. And that's always the case. And if it's not the case, if you're rich because you are genuinely like robbing people, or you're robbing banks, or you're scamming people, then you will be put to prison. But if a rich person's rich and they've been in business a long time and they're going about their business, I will always be like, respect. Even if I don't like them, even if I think they're a bit of a jerk, respect. Poor people bash rich people. Number 3, poor people work hard. Okay, unsuccessful people work really, really hard. Rich people, successful people work really, really smart. They probably work hard as well, but they work smart. Really important. And honestly, I used to think when I was growing up, I used to think, man, I'm going to work really hard. I'm going to be okay because I'm a hard worker. And then I see some of my friends that I went to school with, they work hard as well. They work harder than me. You know, they're plasterers and they're like working 80 hours a week, driving around. They've always got red eyes. You know, you see the security guards when you go into a petrol station and they've got red eyes. They've been up all night. It'd be offensive to say that they don't work hard. I've been to slums of India. I've been to rural parts of Africa. Don't tell me that they don't work hard. That's offensive. They're hard workers. Whereas rich people, they work smart. Okay? So what they do is that they get 10 people working for them. You're going to outwork anybody. If you've got 10 people, Tyrant, security guy with red eyes. Yeah, I mean, honestly, they work hard. You got 10 people working for you, though. You're going to outwork anyone because there's 10 of you. That's called working smart. Leverage your money, but also leverage your time and leverage your work ability and leverage your efforts. So I can't remember who it was. Someone once said, someone said, I would, see this person right here. Oh, I'm going to get onto him. Sir Exxon. Now taking Mickey out of my man Tyrone. We're going to get onto that. That's a poor trait, by the way. Okay, that's a really poor trait. So yeah, he said I'd rather have 100 people giving me 1% than me giving 100%. You know. So and what about both? What about I'll give 100%. I'll have 100 people giving me 1% as well, or I'll have 100 people giving me 50%. So don't work hard, work smart. Next, number 5. Poor people choose. They say things like, even people watching this video, there'll be people saying things like, Samuel, I'd rather just be happy though. I'd rather just be happy. Yeah, me too as well. I'd rather be happy as well. But I want to be happy and rich. It's like people saying, I don't want a big business. I just want to focus on my family. You know, I just want a family. I might block this guy, this Sir Exxon, this troll. And people, you know, people that's like, oh my gosh, censorship. Samuel's team are blocking my comments. How dare they block my comments? How dare they? You know, I want to be able to say what I want to be able to say on Samuel's page. It's like, you're a poor person. You know why? Because you are entitled. Entitled. It's one of the traits as well. Rich people don't expect anything for free. Poor people want stuff for free. You know, they want benefits, and they want the government. They're like, what can my country give me? What can my country give me? No. JF Kennedy says, don't ask what your country can give you. Ask what you can give for your country. Do an interview with CoffeeZilla. Samuel, you're great, but seem angry a lot. I'm not angry, okay? I'm really not. I mean, sometimes things make me angry, but generally speaking, yeah, poor people. In fact, entitlement does make me angry. You know, people that are always asking what they can get. What can I get from this marriage? I'm getting married. What can I get? What can I get from the government? What can I get from society? Rich people do not act like that. Rich people say, what can I give? What can I give? How can I serve? Opinions on Ben Maller. I don't know Ben Maller, but I think he's awesome. Will you do an interview with CoffeeZilla? I don't really know him, but if he reaches out to me, probably. I'm usually pretty open and chill doing interviews with people. So yeah, poor people are entitled. Rich people don't expect anything for free. Going back to the thing, people saying, I can't believe you censored my thing. Well, listen, if you go on my page and you're talking nonsense and spamming people and dissing Tyrone and being poor and broke, like, if I did that on your page, would you delete it? You probably would. Okay, next. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, going back to the choosing thing, okay? I'd rather be happy. I don't need to be rich. I just want to be happy. That's like saying, do you want an arm or do you want a leg? It's both. Gav, it's not rich people are jerks, it's powerful people who are jerks. They use their power to keep people poor so they can be more easily manipulated. Yeah, I don't agree. I disagree. I think power does not change you. Power just exposes you truly are. If you are a good person and then you become powerful, it's gonna magnify you, and you're gonna become your goodness is gonna be able to be magnified. Whereas if you are a jerk and then you get power, then that's going to be magnified. That's my opinion. So yeah, rich people don't choose. Rich people don't say, I'd rather be happy. They say, I'll have both, please. I want to be happy and rich. I want to build a business and have a family. I want to be able to give to charity and spend my time traveling, and I want to be a serious business person. I want both. You know, Game King, what's happening, my friend? Power corrupts. Power does not corrupt. Power exposes. What corrupts is bad company. Bad company. You know, hanging around losers makes you a loser 100%. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Next, number 6. No, it's number 5. Number 5. Number 5 is poor people make excuses. Rich people create their own life. And often as well, you'll see poor people not only making excuses. Do you think rich people should pay more tax? No, I do not think rich people should pay more tax. I think rich people pay a lot of tax. And I don't think they should pay more taxes. I think that usually rich people don't pay much tax. That's only because I could do a whole video about that. The reason rich people don't pay much tax is because they do things like claim things back. So I will rarely buy things that I cannot claim back as tax deductible, like this t-shirt. This t-shirt does not cost very much money. I don't know how much it costs, but it's not too expensive. And the reason is because it's not tax deductible. I paid a lot of tax last year. I paid, over the last 18 months, I must have paid close to £1 million in tax. I did publish this recently. But I paid a lot of tax. I want to start paying less tax. I don't think rich people should pay more tax. No. So yeah, poor people make excuses. They'll say, "Oh, it's because of the tax changes why I'm not successful. It's because of the government. It's because of my parents. My parents didn't raise me well." Whereas rich people, they won't come up with excuses. They'll just find solutions. Poor people tear people down. Poor people think competitively, whereas rich people think collaboratively. Poor people will say, that person's winning. Oh my gosh, he's winning. Oh my gosh, I went to school with him and he's winning. If he's winning, that means he's taking from me somehow, so I'll tear this person down. Whereas rich people don't think like that. Rich people think that person's winning, awesome. Wow, he's doing well, maybe we can collaborate. Poor people will see someone driving a fancy car and they'll be like, I mean, honestly, it's just terrible. I was with my friend yesterday. She's got a massive, big Lamborghini, and most people just look at people driving fancy cars with disdain. They're just like, who do they think they are? But I know someone that scoffs. If someone sees me driving a fancy car and I see him going like, ugh, like that, I know that person is just very, very poor. Rich people don't act like that. Rich people build people up. Rich people want to see people winning. Rich people know the whole philosophy of your success is my success. Just looking at these comments. Interest only versus repayment mortgage. Random ups. I would say interest only is better. All right, next. Poor people complain all the time, whereas rich people see the best in people. Rich people see the best in the situation. And if a rich person doesn't like something, they'll just change it. They don't talk about it. They just change it. Whereas poor people love to complain about it. Poor people complain about stuff, even stuff like, oh no, my TV show got cancelled. And they'll be all upset about it, complaining about it. Rich people don't do that. Rich people just see the best, or they'll just say, actually, you know what, that's really bad and someone needs to do something about it. I'll do something about it. Next, did I do entitlement already? I did entitlement already. Poor people are entitled. They want everything for free. They just expect things for free. They want rich people to pay more taxes. Why? so that the government will then have more money to give them. I mean, how twisted is that? You should pay more taxes and be forced to give that to the government so that the government can give it to me. That's messed up. How about you just go and make some money? How about you just go and sell some deals? Rather than waiting for rich people to end up paying more taxes. And then they get all upset. They get all upset when rich people are creative, when rich people find loopholes. And I don't get frustrated. When a rich person finds a tax loophole, as long as they're not stealing from the government, if they find a tax loophole and they pay less tax, I'm like, great, good for you. Awesome. Now that means you've got more money to employ more staff. Now that means you've got more money to be able to boost the economy and make the economy better. Rich people can afford a tissue to wipe their noses. If you wasn't doing property, what would you be doing? It's hard to know because I absolutely adore property. But because I am doing property. I got 2 buy-to-lets, going to sell my residence. That sounds like a Q&A Sunday question. See me on Sunday. See me on Sunday. All right, next, number 8. I'm now paranoid not to rub my nose. Are joint ventures worth it? Yeah, 100%. 100%. I keep getting this question asked over and over and over again, so I guess that means, do I have to answer it? Is it easy to increase your portfolio if it's already big, like 1 million? Yeah, of course it's easy to increase it. 100%. Our freedom of right is vanishing through the scamdemic, and we are talking about getting rich. Just saying. Yeah, you know what? I am going to continue to create my own economy. So you can talk. There's always big problems going on in the world. There's always massive problems going on in the world, and you sometimes you just have to say, you know what? I'm just gonna sleep in the storm, and I'm just gonna focus on what I can control rather than focusing on what I can't control. So yeah, there's a lot of messed up stuff going on. I agree. The pandemic is messed up, whichever way you look at it. If you think that coronavirus is real, and if you think that it's a genuine virus and the government are doing a great job trying to restrict the virus spreading, okay, cool. But you will still agree that it's a messed up situation. And if you think that it's all a big scam and it's all a hoax for the government to be able to get what they want and to be able to control people, then that's also messed up. But the thing is, we have very little control over that. And my opinion is that we should just focus on what we can control. And right now, I'm focusing on my business, I'm focusing on my family, I'm focusing on my staff, I'm focusing on my students, I'm focusing on my properties, I'm focusing on my tenants, I'm focusing on my customers, I'm focusing on my happiness, I'm focusing on my peace of mind and my spirituality and my fitness and my bank, my money. Like, I'm just continuing to focus on what I can control. But yeah, I agree it's messed up, and I agree that there's something fishy going on, and the media and the government, 100%, they will always try and scare people to then control people, and there's a lot of nonsense being said at the moment. Why the Range Rover? Because I just like it. Okay, anyway, number 8, unsuccessful people spend their money on junk. Okay, they just spend their money on junk, whereas wealthy people invest their money in themselves and in something that's going to give them passive income. At what age did you buy your first property and how much was it? My first house, I was 17 years old. It was a no money down deal. Next, this one's going to offend some people. Okay, there's 108 people on the call right now, I believe. This one is going to offend some people. Poor people, this is only in my experience. Poor people and unsuccessful people love money, whereas rich people use money. Now, listen, I'm not saying that every single poor person loves money, but generally speaking, you know what? It's really funny because I was scared to start making lots of money because I didn't want to fall in love with it. I didn't want to fall in love with money. And I was like, I don't want to make too much. But then what I realized was actually a lot of people that I knew who were broke. I've got an itchy nose. I'm sorry about that, folks. A lot of people that were broke, no money, actually that I knew loved money. They're obsessed with it. They'd always be talking about money. They'd be going to all the shops trying to save money. They'd be scratching those scratch cards, you know. They're there we go. All gone, all out there. They'll be scratching scratch cards, you know, trying to win the lottery. Their parents would die and leave the two siblings some money, 20 grand, and they'd be arguing over every penny. So I'm thinking, actually, loving money doesn't mean having money. It's a very different thing. And a lot of people that have got no money, they actually love it. Whereas rich people use money, but I do not love money. Okay? I like money. I love what money can do, but I actually love money less right now than I ever have. And the reason is because, you know, when you get a big pizza, you got a big pizza, and you're really hungry. You love that pizza. You love the moment that you love the pizza most is when it first comes, and you're like, oh yes, and that first bite, you're like, I love this. And people come over, they're like, can I have a piece? Can I have a piece? And you're like, no, it's mine. But then actually what happens is, once you have a few pieces, you're not so hungry anymore. You know, you got half a pizza left. You're like, it's all right, come and tuck in, everybody. And you're more generous. And in the same way, I think that financially, when you haven't got much money and you're broke, sometimes you're like, want every penny, you really want money. But then actually, when you've got a lot of money, you're a bit more generous, and you're just kind of like, actually, yeah, it's cool, man. Come and have a piece. It's all good. Come and have a piece. So I think that rich people use money and poor people often love it. Why the Range Rover? Why not a fast car like a Porsche or a Bentley? Okay, firstly, the Range Rover is fast. It's very fast. But I like the Range Rover because the Range Rover is comfy and it massages me while I drive, and I have a fridge in there and everything. It's just big and nice. I don't care about I don't really care about what people think. I don't care about showing off or anything. I just live my life and do what I want. And if no one else was on the planet and I had to just drive around, I'd drive a nice big Range Rover that massaged me while I was driving. So why would I drive something different now? Just because people can see it. It's a nice car. It's an expensive car. It's worth over £100,000. But I don't need a Lamborghini. I mean, geez. My car's more expensive than a lot of Lamborghinis. People buy like a second-hand Lamborghini and put a private plate on it and drive it around, feeling all rich and stuff. I'm good. All right, last one. Did a lot of people from your past come out of the woodwork befriending and asking for money when you first publicly started being seen as wealthy? Yes, some people did do that. Not many people, but there were some. But there was also a lot of friends that actually began trying to tear me down. You know, so there was I lost some friends as well, and it can be challenging. I could do a whole new video about some of the hardships that come with money, but yeah. What are your thoughts about the problems children of wealthy parents face as a wealthy father yourself? Great question. 1B. I think my thoughts about that are you got to teach your kids basically how to, everything I'm teaching you right now is what I'm going to teach my kids, because being rich, your kids could end up with a poor mindset. They could be entitled, they could complain, they could invest their money in junk instead of investing it in themselves, they could love money, they could bash rich people even, they could not value that, all of the things. I think it's a case of not spoiling your kids, teaching them to make money rather than just letting them just become dependent. I mean, I'm going to make my kids pay tax. I've got 2 kids. They're going to be paying tax. And I'm not going to give them any money, but I'm going to give them opportunities and I'm going to give them education. Great question. All right, number 10. Number 10 is unsuccessful people value entertainment, whereas rich people value education. You see, I will honestly be like, my wife will be like, oh, should we watch a movie? And I'm thinking, I'll be looking at the cover and I'll be thinking, what am I gonna learn? You know, what am I gonna learn? And it's the same. I struggle to read a fiction book because I'm thinking, if I'm gonna sit down and read a book, I want to read a book I'm gonna learn. Now, there's nothing wrong with entertainment. Don't get me wrong, but I find that poor people are always just wanting to be entertained. They just want to get back and watch Netflix, pass the time and escape. into someone else's world. I've got enough stories and drama and entertainment going on in my everyday life. You know, I don't need to escape. I just want to learn so that I can have a more productive life, and I can be more. And I think that education is so important. I consider myself an educator, maybe an entertainer as well, but I consider myself an educator, and I just read like these. You can see some of these books. These are all non-fiction books. The best of all these books is this little black one right here. It's so good. I got a few of them. Really good book. This orange one's good as well. I got loads of these orange ones because they're so good. They're the best. But yeah, so if you are poor-minded right now, okay, if you're thinking, man, I do bash rich people. Man, I usually bash Samuel Leeds. I'm on his YouTube every day. I don't value my time, and I do work hard. And I do often say I'd rather be happy. And I do find myself watching school friends that are becoming more successful than me, hoping that they'll not get a promotion because it will make me feel bad. And I do complain a lot. And I am pretty entitled. And yeah, I do invest my money in junk. And I think I probably do love money. And I do value entertainment. I watch more Netflix than I do watching seminars and reading books. I guess the first thing is respect just for being on this call. Respect for watching my YouTube channel. And you have a choice. You know, you can just choose to flick that. And you can say, you know what, from now on, I'm going to value my time. I'm going to start respecting rich people. I'm going to start working smart. And I'm going to educate myself to learn how to work smart. And I'm not going to ever say I'd rather just be happy. I'm going to acknowledge and accept that I can have it all. I can have my health, my wealth, my family, my business, my finance, my spiritual. I can have it all. And as soon as I accept that I can have it all, then suddenly I can't make excuses anymore because now I've got to go get it. And I'm going to see the best in people. I'm not going to complain about things. I'm not going to expect anything for free, but I'm going to work for things. And I'm going to give value and I'm going to serve people. I'm going to start investing my money in my business and in myself and in things that are going to give me a passive income. And I'm going to use money instead of loving money. And I'm going to value education. I'm going to start learning more because the more I learn, the more I earn and the bigger I grow. You know, you can really choose that. That can be a choice. So anyway, I'm going to wrap up in a minute. Are rich people worried that their children might blow up everything they have built up? I don't think so. No, because rich people, being rich starts with a mindset, you know? So it's not like you just inherited the money and you're like, oh my gosh, I'm scared I'm going to lose it. And I'm scared the kids are going to, it's like, no, I'm rich, but I mean, I'm not worried about losing it because if I lose it, I'll go and get it again. There's no problem. It's like, you got food in the cupboard, so you're worried that the food's going to go? No, you're not worried because you just go back to the shop and get it. You know where to get it from. And in the same way, I know where to go get money. I know how to make money. I just know what to do. If you've got any more as well, let me know. Just don't give up. That's it. Nothing more. It says to be property. Respect to be property. Yeah, there's so many. That's just 10, but there's probably 1,000. And I would suggest studying rich people. Also, another thing rich people tend to do is when rich people are watching YouTube videos that they really like, they tend to press like, you know. I heard that. I don't know if it's true, but I heard that they tend to press like when they're watching videos. So if you're watching this video, please do me a big favor and smash like. I think that's the 11th. I can see the lights going up now. I appreciate that. I really do appreciate that. Are lease option agreements a hoax? Someone keeps saying, no, they are not. They are not a hoax. Lease option agreements are a very real thing. So yeah, 53 likes. That's what rich people do, man. Rich people smash the like button, and I've heard that losers smash the dislike button. So if I see dislikes, I just feel really bad for you. I'll be like, oh man, I'll be like, it sucks. Why would you go on a video that you hate so badly and keep watching it over and over? I take up so much space in people's brains sometimes. Some of the haters. Okay, would you do the financially free challenge with a young person, as young people are not respected because of their age? Yeah, I probably would. I'm sure I'll do the financial freedom challenge again one day. Guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. If you can think of any other reasons, things that differentiate, I'm struggling now, rich people and poor people that I haven't said, put it in the comments below. I'd love to hear. Winners love winners. That is so true. Winners love winners. I believe that. And winners love to see people winning. Losers do not like to see people winning. So I hope this helped. Thank you for watching the video. Respect. A lot of love from me to you. And tomorrow I'm doing a Q&A Sunday video. So if you've got technical questions around property investment, tax, rent to rent, HMOs, anything like that, then jump on tomorrow's video and I'll be there at 7 p.m. It's not going to be live. I'm going to film it at about 5 o'clock and then I'm going to bang it out for 7 p.m. All right, guys. I'll see you real soon. Thanks for watching. Subscribe as well. Oh, I forgot to say that. Number 12. Rich people subscribe to YouTube channels that they like. Yeah, subscribe to the channel. I really appreciate that. Thanks for all the comments. Thanks for the love. Thanks for the support. Tyrone, you're the man. The helpful entrepreneur. Thank you. And yeah, so please do subscribe. I would appreciate that. And I'll see you guys tomorrow. Peace out.